It's a fielder in the deep. One bounced him. Smart bowling.
Well, I think I mentioned it to you in the pre-show as well. You'll see Matthew Humphries change his fields quite a lot, especially in the power play. He's only got 2 fielders allowed outside the ring, so he's always trying to make use of them. For the left-hander, long on, deep mid-wicket. Long on's quite square there as well, so there's a big gap straight.
He's very good down the ground, Abhishek Sharma. So long on, I do understand. I won't be surprised if he's looking to go really straight. But he goes fine, and he goes long over square leg. That's a spinning super 6.
Well, sometimes when you're worried about one strength of a batter, you then play into another. Worried about down the ground, Matthew Humphries on the legs and helps himself to a big 6.
Yeah, the field's still the same. It's over covers this time. Not out of the middle, but we'll take it. Good start for India. 16 without loss after the first. Left arm quick, does get the ball to swing. A wicket! Very first ball in T20I for Jai Mundra. What a start to his career. Can't get better than this. Life is so easy. Jai Mundra gets Sanju Samson first ball in his international career.
Welcome to international cricket. What an outcome. A little bit of width, bottom edge onto the stumps. Doesn't matter how it happens, you've got your first wicket. Sanju Samson perishes for 5. India 16 for 1.
Good strike rate of 148 in superb form. He's such a change batter in this comeback. He's dropped from the side and he's come back, and he's been very good since. But this is all about Jai Mundra. Wicket of the very first delivery.
Well, a little bit of shape in, just a tiny little bit of a straighten up. 36 men have taken a wicket with their first delivery in T20 international cricket. Another one of those is Matthew Humphries, who opened the bowling from the other end in 2023 against Bangladesh. Rishabh Hussain was his victim on that occasion.
Oh, almost on the bounce. That too carried.
It's such an interesting story, Jai Mundra, how he's ended up. And sometimes the circuitous routes are the best. Extra lift on that occasion. He's not the tallest bowler. He's a whippy character. Plays for the Leinster Lightning and the Leinster Cricket Club down south.
I think he's from Tonk in Rajasthan. Another cricketer comes straight to my mind from Tonk is Khalil Ahmed, another left-arm seamer, has played for India. That is a fairy tale story, Jai Mundra. Got protection. Gets off the mark. Ishan Kishan with that single.
He came to Ireland in 2021 to study a master's degree in electronics and communications. So we might have him here once his career is finished. He can deal with the electronics or the communications.
Yeah, we can do with some. Yeah, there is a little bit of shape into the right-hander. I saw that wicket delivery. And now to the left-hander. Too straight, too leg side, and gets punished.
Well, it's been both ends of the spectrum in this first over. Absolute joy with a wicket in your first delivery, and then just get it ever so slightly wrong and get the full treatment straight onto leg stump, and too full as well. Uses the pace beautifully.
Quite sharp, that one. Almost 88 miles an hour. 2 overs gone, 24 for 1 India. Grip. And growing up, we were told if you want to hit long and big sixes, you got to hold it from right at the top of the grip, right top of the handle. It's called a long handle, and that's kind of a grip that Abhishek's got. Nicely played. This is turning out to be a brilliant over for India and Abhishek Sharma. Now that's another boundary, the 4th of the over.
Has struggled in international T20I cricket. Liam McCarthy, just that one game a year ago against West Indies. Went for over 80 on that occasion. All the Irish bowlers were given the treatment, truth be told, but he was particularly expensive. He needs to find a way to get out of this over.
He's not getting out. At least not with this delivery.
I feel for him there, because it was actually a good plan. Abhishek moving to leg side, and if it had just crept inside the wide line, he would have been getting his cap and walking back to have a think, but just got it slightly wrong. So another change in the field. Cover goes out. Square goes squarer. Mid-wicket comes in. So you need to have lots of different plans as a bowler. Oh, this looks like plan E.
I like this plan to Abhishek. It's back of length, but straight. Got a little bit of room outside off stump, hasn't timed it. Top effort. It's been superb effort. Tim Tector, the fielder. Yeah, overdone. 3rd over gone. It's 45 for 1. Right, the other debutant for Ireland, Matthew Holland. Can he pick up a wicket in his first one? Not really.
Well, it was a really good effort, wasn't it, from Tim Tector? He had to keep on checking where the boundary rope was, and just another half step, another half an inch to the reach, and gave himself every opportunity to get there.
Maybe second ball for Matthew Holland. Takes it nicely, the skipper. It's a day of the debutants. It was Jai Munda first ball and Matthew Hollard's second ball. He picks up an international wicket.
Just tried to go too leg side. And have a look at this celebration. The hope, the absolute hope for Matthew Pollard, and his captain doesn't make a mistake. That's as happy as you can be to take a wicket, I'd say. Second one goes for India. Ishan Kishan goes for 1, India 45 for 2. There's Emma Little Pengilly, the Deputy First Minister of Northern Ireland, in for the cricket. She's got the right hat anyway.
It's a wonderful day, isn't it? We've seen some really good cricket too. Shreyas Iyer, the new batter. It's good keeping.
One thing about you, Deep, is you'll always see the positives. Because it was a poor delivery, but what a take that is from Lorcan Tucker, who's focused on so many different things. And that's the only thing I will say about being a captain when you're a keeper. You have to make sure you're focused when the ball's coming down at you, because this could happen. Slight panic in the face there.
Yeah, the Indian skipper, newly appointed, Shreyas Iyer, gets off the mark. A wonderful IPL. He hasn't been part of the T20I setup for a while, and he comes back in place of Surya Kumar Yadav, and straight away as a captain. He's a very good captain as well. We've seen that in the IPL, leading 3 different franchises to the finals and then winning with Kolkata Knight Riders a couple of years ago. The best part about the Indian batting line, they're exciting. Obviously, they lose a few wickets, but then they keep playing their shots. And Abhishek is no different. Career striker of 190, can imagine. Plays a few shots. And he has this afternoon. Started off with that 6 to Humphreys and a couple of 4s as well. And a bad swing. Very poor, very nice. So far for me. Flat bats it over mid-off. And the highlight has been how good he has been with the horizontal bat in this innings.
Well, if you're starting to train your batting, have a look at the wrists of Abhishek. It's such supple wrists, and what that does is it allows you to, when you don't get all of it, you go through with the shot. It does go over the infield when you're an opening batter. It whips those wrists through. And even though a couple of times in those highlights, and on that occasion, we've seen the bat slightly twist in his hands, you get yourself out of trouble by going right through. And Matthew Pollard, well, I think he's overstepped. So he's gone for 4, and now he's going to have to bowl for a free hit.
And he can't change the field. Oh, that's close. That's very close. Oh, what is he bowling? It's a free hit. Wide. He needs to bowl that again.
You can see the plan. That's the main thing. Yes, he didn't execute, but he had a plan in place. Risky one with 3rd and point inside the ring. Maybe expecting Abhishek to move leg side, gambling on that as his go-to when he's facing a free hit.
Over extra cover this time. Again, flat bats it. It's turning out to be another good over for India.
Well, much like when Jai Mundra started off so brilliantly, he then was treated to some boundaries at the end. The free hit. Again, didn't quite get all of it how he would have wanted. A little bit of movement away. That probably helped it not go for a 6. It probably saved Matthew Hollard 2. Got it right at the end of the bat.
Yeah, 12 runs already from the first 5. I don't mind the length that the Irish quick bowlers have bowled to him. Just little short or back of length, but just the width that was an offer. Coming round the wicket. Wicket in his very first over. That was Matthew Hollard. 50 cent for 2 India.
So, India, while they had a few frights early on, India going along very nicely indeed through 4 overs, 57 for 2 they are. Oh, pitched up, straight to the fielder though, Jai Mundra into his second wicket with his first ball for Ireland in international cricket. Only the second Ireland cricketer to do that in T20 internationals after Matt Humphrey in Chattogram against Bangladesh, Rishad Hussain. I'm joined by the iconic wicketkeeper batter who was mainstay of Ireland for so long, Niall O'Brien. I think the thing that stands out for me, Niall, is the fact that you made your maiden ODI century at nearly 36.
Yeah, I hung in there just about long enough. I chucked that many hundreds away. I used to get a bit giddy when I got to 60, 70, 80 to try and get there too quickly, but yeah, that was a nice, enjoyable day. And my good friend Ish Sodhi served me up a lovely full toss on leg stump, and I pumped him into the hospitality. So thank you, Ish, if you're watching.
So many friends and family here watching Ireland today. I know that Jai Mundra's sister back in India is watching him and should be immensely proud. Slight top edge, miscued from Shreyas Iyer. Just take the single.
Yeah, it's a lovely story. Mundra, whose brother is an international cricketer, plays for Sweden.
Wicketkeeper batter?
Yeah, and he lost, chemical, I think, engineering, electrical engineering, masters, and then he lost his job. And his mum actually wanted him to get a new job, and he pleaded with his mum, let me pursue this dream of cricket. And when you get that first wicket, Sanju Samson, I'll tell you what, it makes it all worthwhile. All the hard work, the graft, the early morning training, the extra gym, the extra fitness, it makes it all worthwhile.
Worked away, nearly finds the gap, but for some excellent, excellent work from Ross Adair. Looks like a little scrum off dive, passed off the deck. The 2 wickets to fall.
Yeah, well, a little bit of luck, but you don't mind that. Drag on from Sanju, and then Hollard gets one in the right area. He's a bit skiddier, I reckon, but I think that was a good catch. Lorcan Tucker, that's not an easy catch. He had to turn, he had to twist. And he had a long time to think about it.
Straight back to Mundra. Scored a run with his first delivery when he had bat in hand. Wicket with his first delivery as a bowler. It's been a pretty good day.
This has been a huge plus for Heinrich Milan, who's crying out for a left-arm bowler, a left-arm pace bowler that he can rely upon. He's got good control. His pace has been up at 85, 86 mile an hour. So, and that last ball, 88 mile an hour. So this is a massive find for Heinrich Milan.
Number 10 on the jersey, number 1 in their hearts. The Jai Mundra fan club is out in full numbers. Works away. End of 5. India a 60 for 2.
is heard. The men's night is a member-led charity placing people with lived experience in the ordinary thinking. Opportunities to today, around the ground today. Please give generously for this brilliant.
Well, plenty of support for Joe Mundra. 1 for 11 through his 2 overs so far, including the first wicket of the innings. Hollard into his second over. Whipped off his legs, and it's a second wicket as well. George Dockrell makes no mistake, and India are 3 down. Shreyas Iyer, and his T20 international captaincy debut, falls for 3 off 7 to the debutant. And a rough wicket it is.
Dockrell's an excellent catcher in the deep. Very reliable. Hollard goes at the stumps. Shreyas Iyer just flicks it. Actually a pretty good stroke, but the only thing that went wrong was the direction. Captain comes and goes for 3, and India in the power play in a bit of trouble. 60 for 3.
Tilak Varma striding towards the crease now. A little bit of pressure on Tilak Varma here, and who's just assumed the vice captaincy of the India T20 international side. So you've seen the back of the captain, Shreyas Iyer, for 3. But this is a man with a stellar career. Strike rate nearly 150, a couple of hundreds under his belt as well. Back-to-back for Tilak Varma, including that unbeaten 120 against South Africa and Joburg a couple of years ago, and an average of 45 in T20 internationals. You get a sense that if Abhishek and Tilak are playing anywhere near their best, they can still pull India to the victory line well ahead of the 20-over mark. So Tilak Varma on strike, another left-hander at the wicket. Well, that'll race away for 4. Something for the bowler and something for the batter in that delivery.
I think that's a good shot. I think Tilak Varma, if you watch how late he plays this, he knows exactly where the field is. Third is inside the ring. I'll give all the credit to Tilak Varma there. It's a beautiful shot. Again, though, Dwayne, there's too much width. Ireland have bowled with too much width to the Indian left-handers. They've allowed the players just to free their arms and hit through the line of the ball.
Well, that's what Hollard was hoping to do. Extract a little bounce to Tilak Varma.
Well, Shreyas Iyer, it's an off-cutter. So it's clever bowling. And maybe that's just the difference, because there wasn't quite the pace on the ball. It's a good catch. Really good from George Dockrell, who's an excellent outfielder. He's not so good, George Dockrell, in the ring, catching a point and cover. But when you get him in the deep, very reliable.
Getting his ankles right here to the left-handed batter. So 2 balls remaining in the power play. But this Indian side is well ahead of where Ireland were at a similar stage. Both sides were 3 wickets down, but Ireland were 36 for 3. India 64 for 3 at the comparative stage. Idea was good. Good footwork from Tilak Varma in his 50th T20 international. But I mean, he's one of those with an incredible batting average. Finds the gap, and it'll make its way to the boundary. The fine 4 to finish the power play for India. 68 for 3 at the end of 6. Runs for India, a few too many wickets for their liking as well now.
Yeah, it was action-packed Royal Challenge power play. There was a lot of width on offer. Abhishek Sharma. This is a good catch. Lorcan Tucker backs up his bowler, backs up his debutant. Debutant's taking the 3 wickets so far. Dockrell in the deep, safe as houses. Shreyas Iyer gone. India happy, obviously 68 on the board, but those 3 just keep Ireland in the contest somewhat.
So Harry Tector makes his way into the attack now. Ireland relying more and more on his spin bowling, but it's a good idea to the left-handed batters.
I actually would open the bowling with Harry Tector. I would have been really interested in opening bowling with Harry Tector today with a couple of left-handers up top, just to try and sneak one in. India would not have been expecting to try and, he's got a bit of a golden arm, Harry Tector.
Set to play his 100th T20 International against India. This is 99th in the format. Lorcan Tucker making his way all the way not to field that. A good few squares down. Let me ask you about Lorcan Tucker. I mean, he's somebody who's assumed the captaincy now for Ireland. A lot of responsibility in the captaincy role, a lot of responsibility where he bats in the order, a lot of responsibility with gloves. He's somebody, though, who's shown with bat in hand, 3 50s and 3 matches as captain. He's got the ability to handle the pressure. He's got great composure. But what do you make of him in the captaincy role?
Well, he's measured. He's a very measured individual, very level. He's consistent with form, and that's the most important thing. But what I've seen, Dwayne, in this first 6 overs or so is the relationship between Lorcan Tucker and Harry Tector. It's been noticeable. Harry Tector has been helping some of the bowlers at the back of their mark.
This one chased but perfectly laced through a little bit of space. Tilak Varma with a lovely boundary.
Line again, Dwayne, the line again. Just have a look at the line of this ball. It's 4, 5, 4th, 5th stump. Majority of India's boundaries they have come when the ball's been offered with that little bit of width. Take nothing away from Varma. That was a beautiful shot. Just to go on about Lorcan Tucker, he's made a lovely start to his career batting wise, and he's obviously an astute man. He's a clever man, intelligent person on and off the field, but he's got the backing, I think, of all his team. I think what he needs to try and instill is a real belief in this side that they can mix it with the best in the world and take them on and have that belief, because the talent is there. But well, it's a hard job. Keeping wicket, captaining, pivotal batting position at number 4 won't be easy for Tucker as the games come thick and fast.
Sneaking the single, Tilak Varma, and India after 7. 76 for 3. Yeah, 3 wickets have fallen to Mundra with the first. And Matt Hollard, whose grandfather is from Cork, although he and his brother Jordan from South Africa. So too Liam McCarthy, South African born. Charging in now. Well, what's been challenging here for Abhishek Sharma is that he's faced virtually no deliveries in the last 2 overs.
Yeah, not ideal when you're flowing and you're playing beautifully like Sharma is, but 49 from 18, he's well placed. Tilak Verma is a nice player. They're two very different batters, different styles, different scoring areas.
This one though. So, worked away. One away from 50 is Abhishek Sharma, and he's back on strike now. And he's somebody who can play the ball anywhere. Just look at the strike rates on the various lengths. Oh, in the slot.
Yeah, and that 6 to 8 metre mark was the area that Ireland struggled against, but he's absolutely dominated that area.
That'll be 50. Abhishek Sharma thinks about 2, but decides against it. That'll be his 11th half-century in T20 internationals, to go with his 2 centuries as well.
Yeah, lovely knock. Fine player. Came out all guns blazing. He's found the middle of his blade right from the get-go today. Outstanding cricketer. Best strike rate in T20 cricket since 2024 of any player from a full member nation. There was a nice little moment when he was raising his bat and the Indian team were applauding, and there was a very young 15-year-old who was just acknowledging and saying, yeah, good, well played, but I'm waiting for my turn.
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, as extraordinary as Abhishek Sharma's stats are, and they are extraordinary, domestically and in franchise cricket, his stats pale in comparison to the 15-year-old Suryavanshi, who's probably the most eagerly anticipated debut to come for India. Not yet, not yet. Top ball, but Abhishek Sharma is just a phenom with bat in hand. Top of the world rankings at the moment. These are some of his extraordinary shots this innings alone.
He got one early from Humphreys that was down the leg side, but generally what you're going to see is up and over the offside. We'll just keep an eye on the line that Ireland bowled. They bowled slightly too wide. They got the lengths wrong. But Abhishek Sharma was one step ahead. Whatever was presented to him, he had the answer time and time again.
Good worked away. Number 1 in the world batter rankings for T20 internationals is Abhishek Sharma on an impressive 875 ranking points, and that's still 50-odd points below his best, which was 931, and that puts him in an elite league. That's Donald Bradman League in Test cricket in terms of rating points. But look at that, a career strike rate of nearly 200. Abhishek Sharma is not messing about, but he's not quite got hold of it, and as a result falls on the final ball of the 8th. Matt Humphreys. Now Ben Khaled takes the catch. Liam McCarthy with the wicket, his first in T20 internationals. At the end of 8, India 80 for 4, and Abhishek's gone for a well-played 50.
Well, the bat turning in his hand, I mentioned he's preferred to go over the offside as a simple catch. It's a huge, huge catch. Just when India getting on top, they lose another. Sharma entertaining, going for 50, 80 for 4.
Indian bowlers went a bit of pace off into the wicket. Roared the light for the Railway Union man with his first T20I wicket.
It's been amazing, hasn't it? As soon as players have got to 50 in the game today,
A little bit straighter, Roscoe.
a little change up, and
Good there, lad,
they've
good
given
there.
their wickets away. Lorcan Tucker, Gareth Delaney in the Irish side. Well, the big key for India is who's going to be around for the next couple of years. It's been a talking point.
Playing 11.
Very good, Harry.
Again, really brave. Are you surprised to see the speeds that he's bowling at here?
He's certainly tossing it up. He's giving the Indian batsman an option to look to rebuild or continue going? It's an interesting situation, the phase of play now. Do India, I'm not saying they'll tap it around, but just take a couple of overs to rebuild this partnership, just to get that momentum again, a little bit like Lorcan Tucker and in the first innings with Gareth Delaney.
Very good.
Well, India can look at that partnership from Ireland. It was a scratchy at the beginning, Lorcan Tucker, Gareth Delaney, and then there was a little bit of a switch hit. Often it can be a bowling matchup. Maybe this isn't the matchup that they're keen on. Field changing constantly. There's so much information for these teams, long on, long off. There's the quicker one, a change up to get you out of the over. A brilliant over from Tector, following up the wicket taking one of McCarthy. 9 gone, India 84 for 4. Harry Tector bowled to close out his over.
Yeah, a little arm ball there. Good length, a little bit of width. The batsman will be disappointed missing out on that. The width was there. Good take by Lorcan Tucker, but can Ireland continue this momentum? Can they keep this momentum for as long as they can?
It's a good line for that length. Nice and tight on Washington Sundar. Doesn't let him free his arms. I think the difference when Ireland have gone the distance is they've given width outside the off stump and either gone over the offside or you can fetch it and bring it leg side.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that width that bowlers sometimes offer the batsman, the batters are good enough to cut it up over the offside, you know, or else get inside it and use their arms to pull it through the leg side.
A lot fuller on that occasion. It just shows the difficulty, doesn't it, of bowling in the power play, because only 2 fielders out. When you've got people who can hit it over the offside, hit it leg side, they'll be pleased to see Ireland doing well. They've been busy over and across. Daughter in the World Cup, 2 sons playing against India. Life is good. Great Yorker. That is something that we have seen from Liam McCarthy, how good he is and how surprising his Yorker is.
Yeah, it's, you know, a little bit of airspeed. Just holding slightly cross seam here, and again, perfect execution of the Yorker. A bit of a surprise delivery. Rates almost at 10 and over. You know, I think Ireland find themselves right in this game. Another wicket. If they can get the 5th wicket, have India 100 for 5. There he is, Heatley Tector.
Well, a feel here, but outside leg stump going over the top, but always good to ask the question.
Bit high, if I'm being honest, but they reviewed it.
Was not out. I've checked the feet and it's a fair delivery. May I have front on, please? May I have ultra edge, please? Ball passes the bat. Satisfied, no bat involved. May we have ball tracking, please? Pitching outside leg. Can we have Gareth back on screen? Gareth, you can stick with your original decision. You're on screen now.
Yeah, not out. Didn't pass the first hurdle. Pitched outside leg, and as a left arm bowler, this is a bugbear of mine. Right arm bowlers never know when it's pitched outside leg. Again, just such a good length from Liam McCarthy. You know you're in business when you're hitting the splice of the batter's bat.
Yeah, just looking to smash that back of a length, and the key thing is these last 2 overs, his line has been much tighter. First over in the power play, he gave a little bit too much width to Sharma, which allowed him to carve him over point and up over third man.
And there's the Fuller one out. Yes, no hit, and it's out. Oh dear, Ross Adair only had one stump to aim at, but this yes, no, sorry. Ireland piling the pressure on as we hit the halfway stage. 89 for 4 India.
Harry Tector at the far end also.
Matthew Humphries. Well, it's going to fall safe right between two stools there. Didn't have the opening over that he often has, Matthew Humphries. He's often the tone setter for Ireland, but good to see that he's not the only option in the power play.
Yeah, I think that's something that the Irish management team are kind of crying out for. Who of the seam bowlers, especially without the likes of Mark Adair, Josh Little, Barry McCarthy, who can put their hand up and bowl in that power play?
Switch hit chance and taken. Ross Adair, well, he had a chance in the last over. A direct hit. Matthew Humphries back into the attack and a crucial wicket. They just keep tumbling for Ireland. India, well, they're very quiet now. It's a rough wicket.
Yeah, huge wicket. Previous couple of overs has wrestled the momentum for Ireland, and Humphries into the wicket. Reverse sweep by Tilak Varma straight to Ross Adair. Smart catch. The 5th wicket falls. Tilak Varma goes 19 off 21. 90 for 5.
Shivam Dubey, 65 matches in his career. Another one with a healthy strike rate, on the lower side actually for this team, but useful numbers there, 6 50s and 13 30s. Well, a touch of rugby about this, the way he caught it.
Yeah, reverse sweep, just caught it near the toe of the bat, and very good movement off the ball from Ross Adair. Good anticipation, and took a comfortable catch just outside the 30-yard ring. Humphries is pumped, rightly so. Ireland can sense something potentially happening.
And there's just a touch of nerves about that shot, which you can understand. But the reason I mention rugby, for anyone who isn't aware, Ross Adair, former professional rugby player, turned to cricket because of injury. Always played cricket, but not at the professional level. Bit of turn on offer, but again, it just feels like India, yes, they can rotate the strike, but where are the boundaries coming from? As soon as they look to score, and score big, they're finding it difficult.
It's been that type of wicket, isn't it? Batters look like they're in, and all of a sudden they've got a ball that has their number. Rates up nearly at required rate, sorry, nearly at 10 and over.
Well, chased a wide one. He's got away with that, Matthew Humphries. And when it's going your way, it's amazing how that will happen. Searching for a boundary. Hand over to whomever it is going to bowl next. Another minor change in the field. So particular. He's gone for 2 behind point for Dubey. Yeah, because of the quicker ball, but the gap was found. He read it beautifully. Dubey wanted to score a boundary to try and get things going here for India. 11 gone, 96 for 5. Matthew Hollard, one of 2 debutants for Ireland today. Well, the score is looking okay compared to Ireland. It's the wickets that have been falling. Look how consistently they have fallen, whereas Ireland lost plenty at the beginning and the end. The middle, you'd say, is the home teams at this stage. Over the wicket. Well, he's looking where he thought he should have hit that, Washington Sundar.
Washington Sundar batting deep in the crease. Look, both his feet behind the front line. Maybe anticipating Hollard looking to bowl Yorkers. Try and get a little bit deeper to play with the bowler's length a little bit. Well, that was there to hit. Just missed out. There's a little bit of width, full length. Mid-off was up. He'd be kicking himself if he missed that.
And looks for another option because third and fine now inside the ring because of that previous shot. Long off had gone back. But they did score a boundary.
Over the boundary riders.
A slower delivery, nice placement, but doesn't have the power that you probably would want. George Dockrell tidying up into the deep. Now the problem now is that Ireland know about these pockets in Stormont, big pockets out towards all the corners. So if you're looking to score boundaries, the way to do it is back over the bowler's head. Very, very short there. It does go into that pocket and long on, like I said, wide enough to cut it off.
I would imagine with this field, as you said, long on, long off, quite wide, the length is going to be into the wicket. Hollard can't afford to pitch up.
So interesting to see Harry Tector coming up off the boundary almost every delivery. With Lorcan Tucker, the keeper, he can't keep talking to his bowler. So Tector is doing that job of talking through the plans with Hollard. There you go, into the pitch, just like you called for on that line again, just not giving the space. But the 100 comes up with that single.
Is that? They're looking to go into the wicket. Harry Tector's obviously the bowling captain on the field.
Top edge, chance in the deep. And taken again, another one falls. Ben Callitz with his second catch of the game. Hollard with his third wicket. And the wickets just keep falling. Anytime India look to get a hold on this game, Ireland have the answer. It's a rough wicket.
Yeah, once again, a great execution of the plan into the wicket. Slightly indicates a bit inconsistent pace in the pitch and well taken in the deep. Washington Sundar goes for 9. India in trouble. 1.
Ireland putting a little pressure on here. Tector. Pressure being released with this stroke. It's glorious. It's hefty. It's all the way for 6. Shivam Dubey.
Well, he's a very fine 6 hitter against spin bowling and against medium pace bowling, Shivam Dubey. This is meat and drink. He murders this kind of bowling. Such a powerful ball striker. It's right in the hitting zone. It is in the arc and it was sent out of the park.
We'll take the single to bring Akshar Patel on strike. But we're approaching the stage. If Rashid Rana would be classed as a genuine batter as well, but we're approaching the stage where in another couple of wickets and Ireland will feel that their first win against India in T20s is very much on.
Very good, Hark, very good.
I must say Ireland have adjusted their plans accordingly. They bowl lots of cutters after an expensive start in the power play. They've gone into the pitch. They have learned from India. Bang it in. See what variation there is off the surface and get your players positioned in the deep.
Harry.
Rates up a 10 and over, Dwayne. So, you know, from a fielding perspective and from an Ireland perspective, you have to believe now. So you have to create this atmosphere that you're hunting wickets all the time. You can't give easy singles. Boundaries will come because Dubey and Akshar Patel are good.
That's it. Oh my God.
Looking to go hard. Just manages to find a little bit of a gap. Likely would have gone over the infield regardless.
And if you look at Shivam Dubey, he's only going to play one way. Shivam Dubey is not going to try and push this around and take it deep, as they say. He's going to try and take this attack down. Just keep chipping away at the other end.
Harry, well done.
Quicker ball to end from Harry Tector. Worked away for a single. And McCarthy with the fielding. End of 13, India, 111 for 6. New 3 wickets already on debut for Matt Hollard. Advertising boards in front. That is a glorious delivery.
Surface. He had a nervy start. The first over was certainly a nervous one for Hollard, and he has settled in nicely. It's another. He just rolls it. It's not a slow ball as such. He just has it. Rolls it slightly down the right-hand side of the ball, but it's skiddy.
He's been bowling well. He's been chipping in with regular wickets in the domestic season for Leinster Lightning. He's got 6 in 4 matches. He's also managed to chip in with his career-best T20 score in the earlier in the season against the Warriors. But players that have gone well. Start from Ed Joyce on the right and move your way across.
In the media here and coaching at Gloucestershire currently in the county championship. I think there was Greg Mullins there, who's a former Ireland left-arm finger spinner, previous teammate of mine.
Oh, get the chalk out. That looked like it was off the toe of the bat.
Yeah, Mark Adair was down there also at some stage, just with those guys just congregating and chatting. And Mark Adair, albeit he'll be disappointed obviously to be injured, he'll be really happy to see a couple of pace bowlers performing on the debut, just to give him a little bit of a filler, a little bit of support moving forward. Another cutter, yeah, slower ball. He's actually been mightily impressive here, Hollard.
Well, it's a fantastic way to finish on debut. 3 for 28 for Matt Hollard. It's been a spectacular debut for the 27-year-old. His grandfather is from Cork. Humphries full and wide, but it beats the fielder. Goes past Liam McCarthy and races away. Khaleds can't get around to cut it off. Aksar Patel with a fine boundary.
Yeah, floaty and full and too wide, most importantly from Humphries. It's a long half volley. It's not great bowling, it's good batting, he's a good cricketer. Aksar Patel is a genuine all-rounder, time and time again for Delhi Capitals. He bails them out in the IPL.
Wonderful ball.
I'm just trying to figure out what Lorcan Tucker's plans are going to be in terms of bowling. We haven't seen Gareth Delaney yet, and I think we're unlikely to see a leg spinner at this stage. Does he have enough faith to bowl Harry Tector 4 overs? He might have to.
Oh. Great take.
Yeah, today. He really has been good. That was a lovely bit of footwork.
Straight back at Humphries, can't hold on to it, but that was a very difficult chance. A chance nonetheless. Lorcan Tucker knows how close it was, but Humphries, I think, wants some medical attention. And I hope it's not his bowling hand.
Okay?
Yeah, I think it's certainly his bowling hand. It was absolutely smashed back. Yeah, left thumb. Left thumb, that's going to hurt. I've had that many a time. Top of the thumb. Let's have a look at this. Look away now if you're squeamish. This could be sore.
Lorcan Tucker, well, that's the wry smile that your teammates give you when you're in agony down one end.
Big moment though, in all seriousness, that's a huge moment because Ireland, Glamorgan physio, been here a long time, excellent at his job, but he's got running repairs to do. It's game on here in Belfast, the first of the spinny T20Is.
And what a start he had to his international career. Jai Mundra got a wicket with his first ball, but this was Matt Hollard's second delivery in international cricket. Then he picked up the India captain, Shreyas Iyer, and the last of his deliveries caught by Khaleds, Washington Sundar.
Yeah, and he stitched together a couple of really meaningful partnerships. Think of Delaney and Lorcan Tucker played beautifully. They combined nicely. Dockrell combined nicely at the back end as well. So they were...
Oh, you can look at the expression on his face. He's grimacing the moment that ball is struck. He knows it's going to hurt.
I'll tell you what, it's hurting now, but it will hurt a lot later on. Once the adrenaline goes, later on, that's going to be very, very uncomfortable for Matthew Humphries, but he has to just dig deeper. He's got 9 balls to try and bowl, then he can maybe go off and they can get a sub-fielder.
1 second.
No, this is not easy for Humphries. This is class and resilience, mental strength all coming into play. Looks to fire one in. Completely miscued by the batter. Looks like Patel.
I just think with that blow to the hand, he's really struggling to try and spin the ball, the over.
Might not even be able to feel his hand at the moment. It won't function with anything. Pitched up and put away. 6 to finish, 15 done. India 129 for 6. Worked away off his legs, fielder out there. Khalid cuts it off nicely on the bounce. And this will come through for 2, but that's the kind of fielding that'll just see the energy levels rise.
Well, the last ball of Humphries over, it just had to be damage limitation. He went up. For some reason, he went up above the iron. He took pace off the ball. There was only ever going to be one result. Nearly a specky in the crowd. Nearly, sir. No, not good enough. Not good enough. Didn't drop his points. Good.
Not a drop spilled.
What was the bloke celebrating for? He dropped the catch. He was celebrating like he won the World Cup. He put it down.
This is the fielding effort a moment ago from Khalid. Just a boundary check here to ensure that everyone is content. Clearly kept in. Limited to 2. He's so often bowling to right-handed batters. If you a step up, he's got to bowl to so many left-handers. And he's come up trumps on numerous occasions. Well, 5 of the wickets today have been from seamers. First of those, Mundra. And just look at the lengths that they've been pitched.
Yeah, they've all generally been fuller in length than when Ireland got out to seamers. A couple of the back in length where India were prospered. Ireland have been a wee bit fuller. Because they haven't got the pace maybe of the Indian bowlers, they've had to be a little bit fuller, and that's been well rewarded, but they've been excellent. They've adapted right from the outset, Ireland.
Worked away. Good fielding, committed fielding.
Fielding's been pretty good today. Dwayne, you take yourself back to watching Ireland at the World Cup in Sri Lanka. The fielding was shambolic at times, really was. They dropped, I think Ireland dropped 13 catches in 2 games against Australia and Sri Lanka, but today the fielding has been much, much better.
I mentioned a moment ago the way Khalid saved 2 on the boundary. It's the kind of thing that just lifts the energy level of the entire team. The commitment comes from witnessing moments like that, and others produced similar place, lacking in power. Khalid will collect just a single. And this is a good over for Ireland in the sense that India have yet to find a boundary. They still need effectively 2 a ball to win. Ireland, I remind you, still seeking their first ever win against India in T20 internationals. Only 4 opponents in international cricket that Ireland have never beaten.
What's the famous quote from the movie? So you're saying there's a chance.
Harry Tector, who's showed great maturity to come across to the youngsters at numerous times during the innings. Caught and ball, Jai Mundra finishes with 2 for 16 through 3. India 7 down, Mundra has 2. And India struggling at 135 for 7, needing more than 2 a ball to win.
Shivan Dubé does not like aggressive bowling back of a length. He likes to hit medium pace bowling. He doesn't like it at all when you bowl back of length. It's a great caught and bowl. Never easy. The dangerous Dubé gone for 25. And I tell you what, it's game on. 135 for 7.
Rana, the new man. Big wicket, Jai Mundra. What a caught and bowled. What a caught and bowled game in the balance.
Kevin, you're being really kind to India. It's not in the balance, it's Ireland ahead. Yeah, there's this partnership, it was happening. It's looking decent. What a wonderful catch of his own bowling. Superb.
Yeah, great spell so far from Jai Mundra. Super caught and bowled. No caught and bowled is ever easy on debut. In the follow through, Dubé can't believe it.
That's hit hard, but good piece of fielding. Keep it down to only a single. Delaney into the attack pretty late. Ball the 17th for the leg spinner.
Interesting tactics from Lorcan Tucker, the skipper, but bringing the leg spin in of Delaney, an experienced bowler. Generally not a big turner. We haven't seen much turn on this wicket throughout the game, but will generally slide it in towards the right-hander. And
yeah, this could be interesting against Harshit Rana, who likes pace. He likes the ball coming onto the bat, can hit a long ball. He's been working very hard with the bat. He can contribute, and that's what India needs. 47 required of 22. Right, so we've got a deep mid-wicket, a deep square leg, and a long on the onside. 3 boundary riders. 2 dot balls.
yeah, take the pace right off there from Delaney. Usually he's in around high 50s, early 60s. There's a lot more flight than usual. 2 crucial dots.
Full again, nicely bowled. Will only get a single. It's turning out to be a very good over. He hasn't hit it hard enough. That's another wicket. That's number 8. That's Ireland. A wicket closer to making history.
Super catch from Tim Tector at long on. Slow again, pace off, bit wider, forcing Axar to drag it to the leg side. It's come off the toe of the bat. Stunning catch by Tim Tector coming in. It was the googly from Delaney. Out of the hitting zone. Oh, straightforward in the end. Great fielder like his older brother. Tim Tector, stunning catch. Axar Patel goes. India wobbling.
The new batter. He can hang around, but that's not going to be enough for India. 46 required of 19. A strike rate of 103, an average just about 6. A magnificent over from Delaney. 138 for 8 India. Of 18. Mundra straight to the field. Arshdeep scamper through for a single.
Here's the wicket. Delaney the googly. Nice and wide, forcing Axar Patel to drag it in. He knew it the minute he hit it. He didn't get enough on it. Comfortably taken by Tim Tector, and the Irish fans are happy. A small pocket of Irish fans in green are happy at the moment. Can the Irish bowlers close it out?
In the driver's seat now. Ireland, India needing 44 of 17. Harshit Rana on strike. Swing and a miss.
Good pace from Mundra, 85 mile an hour. Stunning debut from Jai Mundra. His length has been fantastic. His line has been just as good. The odd variation into the wicket, reading the batsman well. Always been one step ahead of the batsman.
It's fairly quick as well. It's been thereabouts around 85 miles an hour. Oh, that's a big one. India would need a few more of those.
Huge. Arshad Rana pumped that slower ball from Jai Mundra. He's pumped it miles over the ropes. Little off cutter, I think. Rana just sitting deep in the crease, and what a swing. Perfect textbook position for that hitting. The baseball coach will be happy. And 86 meters. He knew it was 6 the minute he hit it. Gives India a slight chance.
Well, yeah, 38 of 15. Still a very long way to go. Change of balls here. Haven't got it back. Saw a few cricket fields behind us.
Yeah, so the pitches behind us would be the civil service cricket club.
But 1 or 2 wouldn't be good enough. Third inside the circle, fine leg inside the circle. Again, nice and tight. Mixing it really well, Mundra.
Yeah, back to the pace on delivery. Again, superb length, just going over off stump and pace on.
Yeah, the wide line. It was that, exactly that. Another dot ball. A polite question asked.
Fantastically well.
It should be wide and given. But even then, there's still, it's turning out to be a good over for Ireland.
India need boundaries. They started at 9.15, so fantastic display by the Irish bowlers.
That's up in the air, not long enough. That should be number 9. It is number 9. Oh no, it's dropped it. Would you believe it? Oh, that was the easiest of chances we've seen so far this evening. Arshad Rana The Irish bowlers were expensive in the first few overs.
Out the last 2 overs.
Yeah, Humphreys back into the attack to bowlers, 4th and last. To end. There's a fielder coming under it. And it is taken. Missed last over, but not this time. And India lose their 9th. And Ireland, a wicket closer.
Super catch, Ben Killitz in the deep. It went so high, he had time to think about it. Got under it and steadied himself. Off the toe of the bat of Rana. Ben Killitz steadied himself just inside the rope. Pressure catch. Ireland take the 9th wicket. India 147 for 9.
New batter, a lot to ask from your number 11. 36 of 11. Straight to the fielder. How good has the Irish bowlers?
The Irish bowlers have pulled their length back, spinners included, reaping the rewards.
And especially when you think about the Irish side and you look at the bowling side, I said, oh, that looks depleted. Couple of debutants, both of them seam bowlers. And then defending 182, which looks like a decently good batting surface.
Has bowled brilliantly. Backed up in the field also.
Started off well, but then kept losing wickets. That's up in the air. That should be taken. It's a difficult one. And that's history created here in the capital of Northern Ireland, in Belfast, as Ireland beat India for the first time in any format. And this is a huge achievement for this young, inexperienced Irish side, led by Lorcan Tucker, only His third game as the skipper of this side. And the Irish team and Irish cricket.
Yes, delight in the crowd. Deserved victory by Ireland, 34 runs. As you said, well led by the new captain Lorcan Tucker. Young, inexperienced bowling attack. Ireland's first ever win against India in any format. And what a way to finish. Another solid catch by the outfielder. Ireland have today backed up their bowlers. And what a win for this Irish team.
It's not just a victory, this is a big one, Kev. 34-run victory for Ireland.